So the my first question is again, why we require programming, or just tell me what is mean by programming.
Set of instructions, sir.
So just assume that we have the device, okay. So this is our microcontroller, or basically intelligent devices. It may be anything, okay. Intelligent device, okay. So why we require these intelligent devices or electronic devices? To enhance the performance, to reduce the time, and to minimize the human resource or human effort. So that purpose we require in a electronic devices, right? So that's why the most people are interactive towards the electronic devices or embedded systems, okay. Then if I want to control the operation automatically, or I want to control some hardwares automatically, so I need to write some program to these intelligent devices. That is nothing but program is nothing but I want to give the some commands. So based on the commands, the intelligent devices will work, or it will carry out some operation. So to understand the intelligent devices to work the particular operation, how you are going to understand the intelligent devices? So using the programming languages. So that's why we require a programming languages for understanding the electronic devices. So that's why we require a programming languages. So these programming languages are basically uh, higher level languages, so that will convert again higher level language into the machine level language. So that concept will become on under after the next classes. I will tell you about detail about the conversation process, okay. So to basically to understand the intelligent devices, so we require a programming language, because they don't understand our normal languages like English or Kannada or Hindi. So that's why we have to learn their languages. So their language is nothing but what? Programming languages, okay. One minute. So Arduino programming now. So here I will start with the Arduino coding. So we have the some coding structure and software, how we are going to install and how we are going to write the code in the Arduino software. All these things will be learned in this slide, okay. So then, so first of all, I will give the introduction about the Arduino IDE software. Then I will move forward to the structure of your Arduino program, okay. So your Arduino IDE will be look like this. The software here will use Arduino IDE software, okay. At the end of this class, I will show you how to download this Arduino IDE, okay. So this is your Arduino IDE. When once you are opening your Arduino IDE software, it will be look like this, okay. So this is your main page in the Arduino IDE software, okay. So we'll learn what are these things, okay. The first of all, so it will contain the name of the current sketch. So here in the Arduino IDE programming, we will calling the file name as an sketches here. We are calling this program into the sketches, okay. So then we have the certain main menus, so like file, edit and sketch tools, okay. And also we'll have the some action buttons, okay. So here the right mark will used for compiling your program, or you want to check any errors in your program, so then go for the first icon, and the second icon will used for uploading the data into your Arduino microcontroller, and then third one is used for start new sketch, and then fourth one is used for open existing sketch, okay. And then last one is fifth one is used for saving the current file or sketch, and then last one is the serial monitor. So that will record for the different operation. I will talk about this into the next classes, okay. So just remember, the first one is used for compiling, and second one is for uploading, and third one is used for starting new file or new sketch, and opening the existing code and saving the current code and opening the serial monitor. And you can see here So we have the two parts here, while setup and the while loop. So what is this means, I will tell you. Okay, and after that, so in the below we have the error message or feedback message. Okay, so it will shows the what the operation will be going on, or if your program contain any errors, that errors will be shown here. If there is no error, so it will show the done compiling at the end. Okay, so all these things will be learned in the next class. Okay, so here just see the what are the different operations and options are available in the Arduino IDE software. And the programming, so here, so we'll use the Arduino IDE integrated development environment. So here we'll use the embedded C programming. Okay, so that's why so we required some basic knowledge about the C programming. Okay, if you don't know about the C programming, that's also well, so we can also use the Arduino microcontroller board for the programming. Okay, so because of the it's simple in nature, so you can easily interact with your Arduino microcontroller. So then here we'll use the Arduino IDE software, and we'll write the code in the form of embedded C programming, and we also know we'll also have the some basic knowledge of the C programming. And using these things, so we can easily write the program and we can easily upload the program to your microcontroller. So then let's start with the code structure. So what is the code structure of your Arduino IDE programming or Arduino programming? The first one, the whole program is divided into two types. We already seen that. The first one is while setup and the second one is the while loop. So why we require while setup and the while loop? So like your C programming, we have the certain structure, right, for writing the program. So first we have to include the hash include, and then you can go for the main function called int main or void main something, and after that open brace and close curly brace, right? So that is the syntax for the C programming. So like that, here also we have this syntax or code structure. So the whole program is divided into two types, while setup and the while loop. The while setup is used for initializing the pin modes and the variables. So basically it is used for initializing variables and the pin modes. And the while loop, the loop will indicates what? So repetition. So here while loop is nothing but, so it is the infinity loop in the Arduino programming. Okay, this is called infinity loop. So what is the main code, or whatever the main code you have, so that code should be put in the while loop section, because it is the infinity loop. The while setup, whatever the code written within the while setup, it will execute only once at the start of your Arduino microcontroller, or whenever you are pressing the reset button, then only this part is executed. In the remaining part, so it will remaining time, so it will execute only while loop until your Arduino board is powered off. Okay, so that's why we have to return main code in the while loop section. Okay, remember this code structure: while setup and the while loop. You must include these two parts in your programming. So then let's see. So setup, it is used. It is called only when the Arduino is powered on, or whenever pressing the reset button, and it is basically used to initialize variables and the pin modes. And then we have the loop. The loop functions runs continuously till the device is powered off. That is nothing but your Arduino is powered off. So that purpose we have to write the main logic in the while loop section, and this is similar to the while one for the microcontroller programming. So like 8051 or C programming. In C programming, how you are going to generate an infinity loop using while one. While one is nothing but the infinity loop. Okay, so like that, so while loop will work in the Arduino programming. And then, so basically the while setup is used for the preparation block, or it is called as an preparation block, and the while loop is called as an execution block. So that's why, so we have to initialize pin modes and the variables in the while setup, and the main code in the while loop section. Okay, so then digital IO function register. Before entering into the digital IO function register, I want to discuss something. See here, come to the back. Okay, come back to the again. So just assume that we have the microcontroller or any intelligent devices or any electronic device will contain input device and the output device. We already know that. Okay, So it will contain any one combination of the input device as well as the output device. So then how you are going to interface or how you are going to control these devices? The first thing is how you are going to interface to your microcontroller. So how you are going to interface the hardware to the microcontroller? Through what? How you are going to interface the hardware to your microcontroller? Using? Okay, fine. So what is the use of the port pins then? So here, so we will use to, if you want to interface any hardware devices or physical devices to your microcontroller, so it can be interfaced through what? Port pins. Okay. So port pins are, we can normally call it as an GPIOs. Okay. So using GPIO pins, we can interface the external devices or physical devices. Okay. So then connection interfacing is over. Then this device will control both the devices, right, or physical devices. So there are two types, input device and the output device. So your microcontroller, how it will know whether it is input device or whether it is output device, right? So for that purpose, the first procedure is, while writing the program, we have to remember this procedure. Okay, make these points. Okay, the first one is, we have to tell which kind of devices we are going to interface. So then only your microcontroller will understand. So this is the input device and that one is the output device. Like call it as, so D1 is the input device and D2 is the output device. So how it will differentiate the D1 is an input device and D2 is the output device? So because we have to provide the information to the microcontroller. Okay, so that purpose we have to declare, okay, we have to declare the pin status. So here pin status is nothing but, so you are using the particular pin as an input or output. So that is very important. We have to make the particular pin as an input or output. Okay, input or output. After that, so second point is, so if you are making the particular pin as an input, so let's say D1 as an input, so then what operation your device will do? So it has to read the information from that connected device. So that is nothing but the D1, right? So that has to be done in the second point. So if pin is set to, pin set as input, okay, then information is reading from connected device. Okay, your microcontroller will reading the information from connected device. So that is the operation. So third one is, last one is, if pin is set as an, output, okay, if pin is set as an output, so then what will happen here? So then information will transfer from your main microcontroller to, okay, from main controller to connected device or output device. Okay, so this procedure is very important. Okay, keep in mind or make these points. Okay, the first one is while doing the program. Okay, so interfacing part is very easy. If you are done with the interfacing, then while doing the program you have to make these 3 points. Okay, the first one is we have to declare the pin status, the which pin is connected as or which device is connected to your microcontroller. Okay, either it is an input device or output device, so that should be declared in the first point. Okay, or the first procedure point. So then second one is, if you are setting the particular pin as an input, so then we have to read the information from that connected device. And then if the pin is set as an output, so then we have to transfer the information from your controller to the connected device. Okay, this 3 pin is this 3 point is very important while doing the program. Okay, please keep these points in your mind. Okay, so then you will move forward to the digital IO function register. So how you are going to control this hardware? So using some of the special function register that will supported by your intelligent devices or your microcontroller. So like way, so your in Arduino microcontroller, it will use 3 digital IO function register for control the hardwares. Okay, so why we require this register means to control the hardwares. Okay, the first one is pin mode, second one is digital write, and third one is digital read. Okay, so keep in these points in your mind. Okay, the first pin is pin mode, digital write, and digital read. So what is the use of pin mode then? Okay, so what we discussed in the previous. Okay, so this, if you want to achieve this 3 procedure, so then we'll use the these 3 function register, IO function register, pin mode. Okay, let us look at the pin mode then. The pin on the Arduino board can be set as either input or output by using the pin mode function register. Okay, so how you are going to set the particular pin as an input or output? So using pin mode function register. Let us look at the syntax for that. Okay, so pin mode, so we have to provide port pins. So instead of port pins, we have to assign the pin numbers. Okay, your Arduino board will support 20 GPIO pins, so you can provide any one pin in this port pin section. Okay, so like we have 0 to 13 and A0 to A5, so you can specify here. And the function, what is the function of pin mode? So it is used to set the particular pin as an input or output. So that is the function. So it will do the only setting the particular pin as an input or output. So remember this point. The pin mode is always used to set the particular pin as an input or output only. Okay. So the where port pin can be anything. So 0 to 13 or A0 to A5. So you can use any one pin. So and function is called input or output, because pin mode is mainly used to set particular pin as an input or output. Then so what is mean by digital write then? So if you are making the particular pin as an, okay, if you are making the particular pin as an output, so then you must use the digital write function register. Okay, so because if you are setting in the particular pin as an output, so we have to transfer the information from our controller to the connected device, right? So that purpose we'll use the digital write. So what it will do, it will provide the high level logic or low level logic signal. Okay, so using digital write function register, so we'll give the, or it will provide the high level logic or low level logic to the particular pin assigned. Okay, how you are going to assign the particular pin? Again syntax. So this is also similar to the pin mode. Digital write, so we have to provide the pin number and then function. So here port pin is means, so you can use any one pin out of 20 GPIO pins, and the function is high or low only. Keep these points. Okay, in the pin mode we'll use only function as an input or output. In digital write we'll use high or low signal. So then last one is digital read. So why we are using digital read means, so if you are making the particular pin as an input, so then we have to use the digital read for reading the information from that connected device, right? So that purpose we'll use the digital read. So let's look at the syntax. The digital read port pins, so because we don't want to write anything, right? So just we are reading the information from the particular pin. So that's why we have to mention pin number only. So pin number can be again same, 14 are digital or 6 are analog. You can use any one pin. So then let's start with the first coding. Okay, let's start with the Arduino first coding. Okay, so what is that? Write a program to blink an LED. So now I want to write program for blinking an LED. So that is nothing but I want to turn on the LED. After that I want to turn off the LED. So how we are going to do that? So are you guys able to understand these points? ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? So code structure and the pin mode function register. So that is not digital IO function register. You have any doubt about code structure and the pin mode function, so digital IO function registers. Tell me. You have doubts about code structure and the digital IO function register. Right? Yes or no? Okay, I will ask again. You guys have any doubt about the code structure of your Arduino microcontroller and the digital IO function registers? Tell me. Anybody? Look at this diagram. Okay? So battery diagram. So if you want to turn on, so just connect negative to negative terminal and positive to positive terminal. So that is nothing but the voltage. So you are supplying the voltage, so then your LED will turn on. If you want to turn off, so just cut it off, right? So now I want to control this LED through the microcontroller. So this is automated, right? So I will connect negative to the ground and positive terminal to the 13. So if I want to turn on the LED, what information I need to pass? On which information your LED will turn on? Pooja? Nandini?
We should make the pin as high, sir.
So we should provide the pin as high. That is nothing but basically you have to give the +5 voltage. If I provide +5 voltage to this particular pin, your LED will turn on. If I want to turn off, then what you will pass? So instead of 5 voltage, we have to pass 0 voltage. So then it will turn off. Okay. So how you are going to provide this +5 volt and 0 volt? Okay. So we can relate with this digital IO function register. Okay. First, LED is an output device or input device? Let's take Madhu. Madhu. First will connected to the 13 pin on the Arduino. So then I have to write the program now. So how we are going to write the program? The first step is what? So we have to declare the pin status. So that is nothing but we have to make the particular pin as an input or output. So here our connected device is output. So then we have to make the particular pin as an output. So here particular pin is nothing but 13 pin. Okay. We have to make 13 pin as an output. So how we are going to make this pin as an output? So using here digital function register. So that is nothing but pin mode. So using pin mode we can make the particular pin as an output. Okay, that is my first point. So then go for the second procedure. If pin set as an input, no, you are not setting it as an input. So then this is not required. So then go for third point. If pin set as an output, so here we are setting as an output. So then information transferred from your main microcontroller to connected device. So which type of information we need to transfer for turning on and turning off the LED? So just +5 volt information or 0 volt information. So +5 voltage information is nothing but high level logic. 0 voltage is nothing but low level logic. So how you are going to provide high level and low level logic to your microcontroller? Through digital write, right? So using digital write function register, we can provide high level signal or low level signal. Okay. So here we don't use digital read or analog read because we are not connecting any input devices. We'll talk about later. Okay. So just remember this procedure and remember this fin function registers, that is nothing but digital IO function register, and remember the syntax and go for writing the code. So now just write the code for blinking an LED. So just go for turn on LED and turn off the LED. So just write the program. Are you guys are able to write the program now? I have given sufficient information for writing the program. Okay. So just here in this window you can write the program for my requirement. Okay. So just follow the syntax and use the digital function register or digital IO register for the particular operation and follow the procedure. So tell me, are you guys are able to write the program now? Yes or no? Arsha, Priyanka, Pooja, Nandini, Madhu, everyone. Saubhagya, Manu. I'm asking you guys, are you able to write the program or not? Just say yes or no. Arsha,
Yes, sir.
are you able to write the program?
Little bits.
Okay, you can try it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Priyanka.
Sir, can you write one more?
Requirement is to turn on the LED and turn off the LED continuously. Okay, so this is the interfacing diagram. Then in the software part you have to write, you have to control through the setup commands. So how you are going to control? What are the commands? Here are the commands. So how you are going to arrange these commands using this procedure? Okay, the first procedure is to declare the particular pin as an input or output. Here we are used only one device called LED. Okay, so that LED will be controlled through 13 pin on Arduino board. Okay, this is the pin actually. So we have to make this pin as an output. So how you are going to make this pin as an output? Using pin mode function register, right? So using pin mode function register we will able to make this pin as an output. So how we are going to make this pin as an output? Using syntax. So pin mode port pin comma function. Function, in the function we have to write input or output. That's all. Okay. After that the second point is we have to turn on the LED, or we need to turn on the LED. How we are going to turn on the LED? So by providing the high level logic or 5 volt. So how we are going to provide this logic? So using digital write function, right? So it will provide high or low. So then if you are providing high signal, it will turn on. After that, if you are providing low signal, it will turn on. That's all. Okay. Anybody finished? Or anybody will able to show me? ಯಾರಾದರೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? Okay, so we require laptop for programming and uploading. We have to use the USB cable and we have the last microcontroller board. So what are the steps we need to taken care about the coding? Okay, the first step is we need to open the Arduino IDE, and then we have to write the code and logic in the while setup and the while loop section, and then after that we have to verify your program by clicking the right arrow mark, right icon, or you can go for the compiling options. Okay, and then after that we have to attach the Arduino your Arduino board to your PC using the USB cable, and then install the necessary driver for you uploading the code or detecting your Arduino microcontroller. Okay, and after that we have to set up your serial port for being used, so that is used for uploading the data. And after that we have to set up the board, so which board you are going to use, right? There are so many types of boards are available, so that purpose so we have to choose the particular board. Okay, in our cases we'll use the Arduino Uno board. Okay, after that all the necessary things are setting, so then go for the upload option. Okay, that is the arrow mark. So So just click the arrow mark to upload the code. Okay, this is the procedure. Okay, so then how you are going to write the code here? So just how you are making the particular pin as an output or input. So like this. So pin mode in the wide setup. So why we return this code in the wide setup? Because this is used to initialize the pin modes. So that's why you have to use the pin mode in the wide setup only. Okay, so pin mode we have to provide the pin number. In our cases we have to use 13 comma output. So because LED is an output, if it is input, so then we have to use the input function. Okay, and then in the while loop, so why we are return this main code in the while loop? Because we have to repeatedly do the operation of turn on and the turn off LED. So that's why you have to write the main code in the while loop section. So here we return for providing the high signal. So if you are providing high signal means you are turning on your LED. So using digital write function, and we have to provide the pin number comma high signal. So and after that we have to give the delay here. So why you are giving the delay, I will tell you in the next class. Okay, so there is a reason for giving the delay, so I will talk about in the next class. Okay, so then we have to use the digital write again for the providing low signal. Again we have to use the delay. So this is your program. Okay, so then we are going to write the program. So open your Arduino IDE. I will tell you at the end how you are going to install the Arduino IDE software. Okay, so first of all we have to include pin mode. So make it as an output. After that in the while loop section we have to turn on the LED. That is the first question. The first operation. After that we have to give the delay. After that we have to make that low, and again we have to give the delay. Okay, this is your first program for blinking an LED in your Arduino programming. So then, so while compiling, so we have to write the right arrow mark or right icon. Here there is the color, right? So we have to click this button to compile the program. So and it will show the progress in this block window. Okay, so if it is done, or if there is no error in your programming, it will shows output like the result like this. Okay, done compiling. So if it is error, so then it will use the error in this section. Okay, and then after that we need to connect your microcontroller to your laptop. So using USB cable. Okay, type A part will be connected to your laptops or desktop, and the type B will be connected to your Arduino microcontroller. Okay, that's all. After that we have to go for the setting. How we are going to set the tools and the port and the board configuration. So just go for the tools and go for the board. In the board you can set there are so many types of Arduino boards are available. So in that one we have to set the Arduino Uno. Okay, after that we will set the COM ports. So how you are going to set the select the COM port? First go to tools and port and select the port number. So like this. Okay, tools, port and port number, Arduino port number. Okay, so after that the final option is to upload the program. Okay, so just click arrow mark, so then it will start uploading the sketch to your Arduino microcontroller. Okay, so finally after that waiting for a few seconds, it will upload successfully your code into the microcontroller. So then you will see the output on the Arduino microcontroller. Okay, this is the steps and this is the program for first Arduino microcontroller. Okay, and then so finally we can check out the result. Okay, so it will turn on the LED on your Arduino microcontroller, because so LED, built-in LED, so that will coupled with the 13 pin. So that's why I'm using the here 13 pin as an output. Okay, so if you are using any other pins, we have to connect externally. So this will be we are working on this on the next class. Okay, so this is all about the today's class. So if you guys have any doubts or question, you can ask me now.